Yo everybody, welcome to the video. So today we're going to be mainly focusing on Loki and what he can counter, what counters him, and a few tips and tricks in between. I still get asked a lot in my streams, even in game, what he can provide for the team, how should I go about healing, what should I be focused on. And I really wanted to kind of make this video instead of having to type it out every game. Hopefully this kind of helps you newer Loki players, Loki vets even, and then even people that don't play Loki that just need to know what he does. So we're going to be breaking down every character that I know that can counter me, that we can counter, and kind of break it down and hopefully help you guys out what he can do. Alright, starting off with Hulk. Hulk you don't really have a lot of counterplay between, but as you see here, you can try to bait him to ult your clone. Typically this isn't going to happen that much, especially against a good Hulk, but it could happen. I've seen it happen a couple times, and just a little funny thing you can do here, if he does grab your clone, you can cancel it early. I don't know why you would do that, but he can't use his ult afterwards. Alright, moving on to Doctor Strange. This one seems more self-explanatory, but you on reaction can put down your domain healing if he ults, and he can't do anything to you unless they destroy the crystals. Fun little fact, his whip will actually hit your crystals even if he's just hitting you. Captain America. Alright, so this one is kind of like Hulk, not a lot of counterplay, but I just wanted to show you that even if you're invisible and you're near somebody that he hit with a shield, the shield will still find you. Bogus, I know, but it was something interesting. Alright, now on to Groot. So he kind of works the same as Strange. You on reaction can put down your domain healing as soon as you hear him start to ult, and they really can't do anything to you unless they destroy your crystals. Now in the unique situation where he has walls set up behind you the time that he does his ult, he can destroy your crystals with the walls very fast, and that can lead to a team wipe. Alright, now Venom. So we all know Venoms love to dive in and immediately snare. Well, after the dive, you can turn invisible and he can't snare you because he can't find you. The ult's pretty much just going to work the same. You can on reaction put your domain healing down, won't be able to hurt anybody, but he does hurt your crystals, so be careful. Fear Magneato, right? Well, not in this case, because as long as you and your teammates are inside your domain healing, he can't hurt any of you. He will destroy your crystals though. The only thing that you need to fear is a friendly Magneato that decides to shield you while you're invisible. It will sell you out. It's your brother from another mother, Thor. So I didn't think there was a lot of counterplay when it came to Thor, but in testing, I realized if you do the domain healing early, he will kill you or wipe your team. But if you show a little spell discipline, wait until like the last second, he will slam down, just destroy your crystals, and everyone else will live. Another thing I found interesting is if you're invisible and you walk through his electrical dome and you walk out of it, it'll do damage and reveal you. Ah yes, Peni Parker and her deadly spiders. So as you know, if you walk on it, you're going to get caught. But with Loki, while invisible, they will not find you. But unfortunately, the mine still will track you, so you can die, get revealed, and the spiders grab you. So just be careful with that. Now on to Punisher, our first DPS. So, if you do the domain healing and he ults, there is nothing that he can do or to your teammates. But if it's a smarter Punisher, which typically when you get into higher ranks they will focus your crystals and they can melt them really fast, and he still has a lot of ult left over. So just be careful of that when you're using it. Now another thing I found interesting was Loki's clones do not show up in Punisher's passive. You will always be the one he sees, so be careful on that and don't rely on your clones too much. Alright, now moving on to Storm. So this one's more of a unique one. You don't see her that often, but she usually does this ability where if you're inside her area of electricity, lightning will strike on you. It will not hit the crystals while you're under them. However, if you are invisible and you are in this field, it will not target you, so try to use that to your advantage. Now talking about her ult, this one will basically wipe you even if you on reaction put your domain healing down. So the best thing you can do is just try to get away from it, and hopefully your team will do the same. Alright, Black Panther, every strategist's nightmare. So the only thing I can really say for this is that when he throws his spear to try to get the mark so he can dash infinitely, turn invisible. He still has the mark on you, but he can't see where you are, and he has to guess where you are for the dash. So try to keep it mixed up in that regard. For his ult, you basically will all get marked anyway, but you can put down your domain healing, take the hit, but he will destroy your crystals immediately. There's not a lot that you can do here, but hopefully your team will back you up. Alright, now Magik. This character is probably my nightmare, and in my opinion, Loki's biggest counter, as you'll see. So when she does demon form and then does her dash, she will destroy all your healing, all your clones if your healing's not on them. I mean, just look at that range. So it is best to just avoid and just basic attack heal, and don't even worry about putting your domain healing down because it will not give you any benefit. So just survive. Ah, yes, Moon Knight, another counter to Loki. The reason for that is because he can basically use your clones as unks, and it can snowball out of control against you and your teammates. Best thing I can say is just be careful where you place them or spread them out. Now, when it comes to his ult, you really can't save anybody in it. It will destroy you and your crystals, but you can buy them time to try to get out. Now, the best thing you can do against a Moon Knight with Loki is be your team's unk killer. Because if you have 3 Lokis with line of sight on the unk, it'll take one burst and it's gone. And that will really help your team not have to deal with that extra damage. Alright, Iron Man. So as long as you know someone's not going to block his ult, this works exactly like Magneto's. As long as you have your domain healing down, your teammates are inside of it, it will not kill you or your teammates. It will destroy your crystals, so be careful. Alright, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but not friendly to strategists. So, we all know that he likes to do his little uppercut combo, but as Loki, you can put your healing domain down and he can't hurt you while he does it. We all know that he likes to mark and then kind of dash up on you, but a little tip with Loki is if he does hit you with the mark before you can dash, you can turn invisible and he can't get it. And you can just wait until the mark goes away and heal up. Unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and rainbows when fighting Spider-Man though, and it's because, as you've seen, his ult will tear through your clones and domain healing if it's poorly activated, but if you try to delay it, it will still put you and your teammates in a very bad position to still be wiped, so be careful. Alright, now on to Scarlet Witch. So this one I found interesting because I thought you had to avoid line of sight with her or she would immediately kill you. But as you've seen, that's not true. As long as you have your domain healing down and your teammates are in it, they will survive. Be careful though, because if you are invisible and you're anywhere near this ult, you will still die. So Starlord's more of an interesting one because of inconsistencies. The only consistent thing is that AoE gun burst that you just saw will destroy your crystals and your clones. But with his ult, he can target your teammates in the circle and you will be able to save them for the most part. But at certain angles, he can actually target your crystals and cause a little bit of disruption that way. It's kind of inconsistent and kind of RNG based, so take that with a grain of salt. The other thing you can do is turn invisible and save yourself, and he can't find you. Alright, so Namor can be very annoying when it comes to trying to heal your teammates, because his creatures will default target your crystals if he's not hitting anything else. The other annoying thing is if Namor kills him, he gives his creatures a buff to where they can start really ramping up and doing damage. The best thing you have against Namor is when he ults, you can put the healing down and you will take the hit. You'll still get knocked down, but no one will get hurt. Finally, Psylocke. This is my favorite character to counter by far in the whole game. So, if you know there's an enemy Psylocke, you kind of need to try to keep track of when you think they're going to ult. But as soon as they do, make sure that your regeneration domain is off cooldown and then activate it. Nobody in the circle will get hurt, you won't die, everything will be okay. But there's still a lot of people in Grandmaster and above that still don't seem to understand this. So a big reason why I'm making this video is because of her right here. So make sure You have it off cooldown and anticipate when they're going to do it, and you'll save the whole team. Alright, Winter Soldier. So, there are some very unique interactions with this character that I'm going to try to break down in this video. So, as you've seen, he ulted me. I waited to use the healing domain until after he hit me, and it looked like it made the ult disappear, right? But when I stepped off, it's still there. So why this is happening is because I cannot die in that circle. So as long as I stay in there and they don't destroy the crystal above me, I'm okay and I can wait out his ult duration. I'm making this video to bring awareness to that, so that way if a teammate gets hit and I put this on top of them, they don't leave, because I do not see this interaction that often. Because what happens when you leave, see, I healed, I'm okay, but if someone leaves, he kills somebody, gets an ult, and he can snowball into clones, into my other teammates, and it just again, as you know. So I'm trying to bring more awareness and try to bring some survivability to that. I know a good team would probably come in and just destroy all the crystals and just it would happen anyway, but at least this provides some kind of chance of living. And with that, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it here until the end, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping you just have a better understanding of what Loki can provide as a support overall for the team, what he can counter, what he can't counter, and for any newcomer that's looking for some new kind of setups, how to heal, how to do other things, I'm hoping this helped. If it did, please give it a like, comment below if you feel like I missed anything or if I just don't know what I'm talking about. And if you want to see more content like this, please let me know. I'm always streaming this on Twitch, so if you want to stop by there, feel free. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Later.